Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel Premiere Next. In this video you are going to get all the information related to the latest review updates of the series called Onimusha. Not too far in the past, it seemed absurd to think that a video game could be turned into a good movie or television series. This is not only no longer true in 2023, but it is now blatantly false, particularly when it comes to streaming services and animated content. Overseen by prolific action maestro Takashi Miike, the Netflix series Onimusha from Sublimation is the most recent in a long line of successful ventures. Indeed, Onimusha, a port of the Capcom franchise best described as Samurai Resident Evil, is a hit game, but with a few more restrictions than top-tier titles like Cyberpunk, Edge Runners and Arcane. Review and plot updates of Onimusha. For the most part, Onimusha is a demon-slashing, gory good time that takes place during the Warring States period of Japan. It follows the exploits of jaded warrior Miyamoto Musashi, who bears a striking resemblance to Toshihiro Mifune. When it comes to performance, it's almost unmatched, although some users may find the erratic animation style bothersome. The show conceptually adheres to the game rather closely. This isn't really a historical narrative. Rather, it's a supernatural horror tale about the abundance of demons and other nasty creatures in Japan, which the elderly Musashi is searching for with the use of a legendary Oni gauntlet. Can he eradicate all evil from the earth before it destroys him? This is usually the way, isn't it? From within? It turns out that this central theme of the story is somewhat unimportant. Onimusha can hardly go more than 5 minutes without presenting another action scene after opening with one. Even though it's not the most advanced strategy, it soon becomes evident that it's the appropriate one thanks to Kiji's stunt coordination and Miike's oversight. Admittedly, there are occasions when style goes a bit too far. The primary criticism of the series will undoubtedly come from its frequently unjustified combination of 2D and 3D animation, where CG rendering is meant to support the hand-drawn elements but sometimes takes away from them. It frequently seems random to combine the two styles. Onimusha becomes fancy on a whim, and it's easy to wish it didn't. In contrast, Captain Laserhawk, a Blood Dragon remix, which was released this year as well, experimented with visual styles and gimmicks to represent very specific notions or eras of gaming history. When it works well, you can almost see a rationale for this uneven design, but when it doesn't, it's at best clumsy and at worst deliberately unpleasant. However, I would much rather that Onimusha refrain from doing this in the event that it secures a second season, which it may. It's particularly frustrating because the 2D content is stunning and, given the chance, could accomplish a great deal on its own. Fans of the franchise will be happy that the animation manages to convey both the unsettling ugliness of its monstrosities and its soaring background beauty. Bloody mutilations and horrifying screams are the show's main attempts to tap into nostalgia, and okay, that makes sense. Superior to solving puzzles. Netflix has successfully adapted Onimusha as well. It would be simpler to commend Onimusha if it weren't in such prestigious company. However, it is not as good as games like Adi Shankar's Captain Laserhawk or Castlevania, which debuted this year, or Castlevania Nocturne. Don't get me wrong, it's really nice, but it's also not as good as some of its peers or even as good as it could be. Onimusha serves as a helpful reminder that video games may be adapted for both large and small screens. While animating it seems like a solid answer, we also can't ignore The Last of Us. Maybe the days of garbage like Uncharted are coming to an end, and everyone will benefit. If you are watching this video on YouTube, please click on the like button and subscribe to the channel for the latest updates related to upcoming movies and series. Related to